We're live. We're live and flying by the seat of our pants. Actually,
turkeys can fly, technically, can't they? I mean, I'm thinking I don't usually see them, but I know turkey buzzards do.
I think Les Nessman and the WKRP crew found out the hard way that turkeys do not fly.
I missed that episode. I got to go back and watch some old WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that was a classic. That's classic. It's got to be watched. Oh man, what a great episode.
Thanksgiving TV shows we should watch. Special episode with Dale and Steve. I'm sorry. We should. That's our whole. That's what we're going to be talking about today. You thought it'd be football? No, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving TV and movies. No.
Well, beyond WKRP turkey episode and planes, trains, and automobiles, that's about all I got.
Yeah, and we hit that last year. Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's really Thanksgiving gets pooed on, doesn't it? A little bit when it comes to holiday special TV shows and movies. Man.
Yeah.
How's it going, Dale?
It's rough. I don't know if you can't see because the light is not great in here, but that's a good thing because look at all these bags. Well, no, under this eye, man. There's that's a lot of bags, man. You could put all of Green Bay's losses in those bags.
They still have one more win than the Lions. Shut up. No, they're tied. Sorry, I forgot. No. Still got the same amount of wins as the Lions, though. Come on now. Don't be bagging on Green Bay when we're just as bad. Well, again, I say we as in I grew up watching the Lions my whole life up until this past year. So
yeah. I tried to get myself fired the other day.
Well, that's fun. What did you do?
Tuesday, my supervisor sent out a text saying, a group text saying we could dress down for Wednesday. And I said, I replied in the group text, by dress down, do you mean wear Packers gear? I thought it was funny.
That's hilarious.
She's a big Packers fan, and she just
Oh, I thought you were just trying to freaking egg over there in the comments, see if Winebunder's watching. I thought that's what you were doing. You're like, oh, if he's watching, he'll comment now.
If Eric comes in, I'll give him a hard time. No shame in my game. Hey, for once, the Dolphins don't suck.
Come on, you guys. Tua. I was worried there for a little bit, but yeah.
Well, what kills me is that Tua is playing at such a high level right now, and people are still trashing the kid. Still
Dude, trashing. He got hurt, and he still played good. The follow. I mean, I thought he was going to be out for the. There's a little scare there. He was going to be out for the whole season, and he's fine.
And all right, so I'm listening to Colin Cowturd the other day, and. And Cowturd is talking about how,
Cowturd. Yeah, that's right. That is his name. You're right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he's talking about how Tua is like, he said he was like the Dolphins are like the 49ers, and Tua's like Garoppolo. And I'm thinking, well, I don't remember Garoppolo leading the league in several categories, but that's all right. Well, whatever. But he's just talking about how, Tua is not going to get the big when it comes time. Tua is not going to get the big win. He's not going to make the big play. And I'm thinking, Hey, Mandy. I'm thinking, what exactly is he missing? Can you tell the whole story? Because already this year, Tua has got victories over the Bills and Josh Allen and the Ravens and Lamar.
I just hate being a Lions fan because I'm going to bring this in here. Usually the whole thing goes, by Thanksgiving, if you almost got 3,000 yards passing, you obviously have a great team with a good winning record. But being a Lions fan, there's been many years where Matt Stafford's been at that situation where we've not had a winning record. But it's nice that Tua's getting those wins along with having some pretty good yardage passing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In fact, oh, wow, Aretha. Let's try to get you off this. Oh, my cats. Come on. Let's not knock me off air.
So, how was that Tyreek Hill acquisition? Was that worth it and a good deal or not?
Say hi.
Hi, Aretha. Yeah. Who's your good kitty?
Is this what you wanted? Is it you wanted to be part of the live stream? Is that what it is? Huh? All right. Go pester Jake.
There's another cat in the house. Bother him. Leave us alone. We're doing a live stream.
Yeah, the one laying right. Let's see, the one laying right there. Bug him. He ain't doing nothing except taking up space.
Breathing our air.
But what were we talking about?
In the receiving, though, I was saying in the receiving, you guys got two people in the top five. Of course, Tyreek Hill, which is probably one of the best acquisitions you guys had in forever. And Waddle's up there at number 5 in the league. So, you got a great quarterback. You've got great weapons to go to. I'm feeling strong about the Dolphins, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you got to look. People are talking about MVP, and I'm thinking, and they're saying is to be put in that conversation. I'm thinking, don't forget Tyreek. What, he's got like 1,100 yards already, something like that.
Yeah, Tyreek's got 1,100 and Waddle's got 800. So yeah, Waddle's going to have 1,000 this year. Also, you have 2,000-yard receivers.
American football, also known as gridiron, is a team sport played by two teams of 11 players on a rectangular field with goalposts at each end.
That's Mandy's official live stream sport ball comment, because we know she loves the sport ball so much.
Yes.
She copies from Wikipedia. Yeah. That's great.
Yes.
You're awesome, Mandy.
But yeah, so I feel good about where we're at right now. We got the Texans on and
I don't want to, and to continue where you said before we move on, as long as Patrick Mahomes is breathing, you're not going to get MVP. Sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think Patrick Mahomes definitely is the front runner and would, but just to have Tua in the conversation,
right?
And I'll admit, there's part of me that would love to see Tua win it. Just all you Tua haters like Colin Cowturd and what's his name?
I still giggle. You can say Cowturd 100 times and I'll giggle each time.
Oh, those are, yeah, I don't know. I come up with names like that every once in a while. I used to back in the day, maybe I should put the PG thing up for this one. I used to refer to Terrell Owens, everybody called him T.O., and I just refer to him as Turd Orifice.
Oh, that's nice too, a turd orifice.
And then there was Chad Ochocinco.
Ochocinco.
So,
and you do realize that if you speak Spanish, 85 is not ocho cinco, it's 85. So it's not even not only did he change his name to a Spanish number, he just says his name is 85, not 85. 8 and it's 85, which is ocho cinco. What is wrong with you? And this is not even Spanish. I don't never understood that. Did you ever watch any interview of why he did that? I mean, that was a legal name.
Well, I mean, he wore 85 and
right.
He's a diva.
But,
what else do you need to know?
Yeah, but the 85. Why? Why didn't you just call yourself? My name is 85. You know, but no, it's ocho cinco because it sounds cool. I guess.
I guess we ought to look at some ball games.
Yes, we should. Shall we save the best for last or go in time
order?
See
here if I can remember how. Whoops, wrong button there, Dale. Let's go to the
first game is noon 30.
Share screen and pull up. I do have this ready, even though I haven't looked at it.
High tech stuff here.
And we stop with 813 points to NFL Fan 05's 800. And of course, we're ahead of Hoekstradamus there, but I can't seem to catch him in the win record. He's about 3 wins ahead of me. This little contest by 813. Trump's is 800.
Is Wombats trying to get like the basement trophy?
So let's look at. I think one guy isn't even active, so I just looking at the top 3 there. Looks
I was gonna say, because do they still count it if they're not active? Because
Tennessee beat.
All right.
Do what now?
I was gonna say it showed record like 5 in 100.
Well, they're still on the board.
All right, it's still on the board even if they're not playing. Okay, if they're not active. All right. Anyway.
All right, so there's so many losses there. We're not even going to look at them all. But apparently,
not a great week for you, Dale.
I didn't lose any. I didn't lose any ground, so I don't guess it was a big for anybody. So having not looked at this this is going to be a work in progress. So first game up, we've got the Buffalo Bills at Detroit Lions. How weird last week should have been for the Lions for Lions fans anyway, to see the Lions playing in one place and somebody playing on their field.
It's not the first time the Bills had to come to Detroit to play a game. They did that a while back too, so it's what happens when you live in Buffalo and you get too much snow. Yeah.
So if Buffalo beats Detroit this week, do they get to claim Ford Field as a home field too?
No. And
they are going to beat.
Is that how you're going to treat them? Detroit opens their fields to them, and then they come in and win and claim it. Come on, how? Then again, that would be a typical Buffalo fan. So you're right; they probably will.
Yeah, and they'll probably break tables all over the place while they do it.
That's what they do.
But I'm going to come back to this on the confidence points because this is not a slam dunk for them. Detroit's won, 3 in a row?
No. Was it 3 in a row? Okay, yeah.
And 4 games ago, they gave my Dolphins everything. They had me scared. They can put up some points. I don't know exactly what they've done with their offense, but I haven't watched them play enough. But this may not be the slam dunk that the Bills think it might be.
Yeah, the Lions are playing better than their record shows at 4-6, whatever, but let's put in that magical sprinkle of factor. Thanksgiving is Detroit Day. This is a day that they've had the game for most of history, and they've always had a little bit of magic on that day. So you know what? You're right. But still, I really like Josh Allen. The Bills are good. It would be a great win for Detroit, but yeah, you're right. It's not as much of a slam dunk as you would think it would be just by looking at the records being almost flip-flopped, I think. And they're like 4-6 and 4-7 or 7-4. They're almost like backwards. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a fun game, I think. And I don't like it only because I'm used to on Thanksgiving, Lions and Packers, Lions and Bears, and at least maybe somebody in the central, in the North, and NFC period. Now we're going over to the AFC for games. It's just kind of weird still. It feels dirty, but it is what it is. So I'd like to see Detroit and Dallas play each other on Thanksgiving. That way Dallas can't steal and have an extra game that on Thanksgiving. That'd be cool. Still bitter about that. Dallas is not supposed to have Thanksgiving games. They're trying to steal the Detroit's glory. That ain't right. So
then we've got the Giants at Dallas. Wow, everyone thinks that I'm looking over here at the side. Everyone's on Dallas. But you know what?
It's even.
I'm going,
record wise, but talent wise, I don't know. Saquon's doing pretty good this year, man. I think Saquon's got 1,000 yards already, doesn't he?
Pulled upset.
Yeah, go for it. I say. Let me take a look here.
I'm not going to put much on it. In fact, I think I'm going to go 1 here. But I think that maybe the Giants get them.
It's that whole perception. You know how sometimes names can give you perception, Dale? When you think Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones. Oh, of course, Dak Prescott's a better quarterback. Who's got more touchdowns this year? Daniel Jones. He's got 9. Dak's only got 8. So, who's got more interceptions? They got the same number of interceptions. So, quarterback-wise, you don't just throw it at Dak Prescott just because he's a big name and he makes, yogurt commercials. And I just looked at Saquon's at 950 yards, almost 1,000 yards already rushing for Saquon. So, yeah, you're not crazy going with Giants. That's a good pick. I say go with it. Buck the trends. They all pick Dallas. They lose. You're just going up in the rankings, son. It's a smart move.
Then we've got the New England Patriots at Minnesota Vikings.
I will not be watching that game.
I don't.
Who cares? I know Minnesota, but it's a minute. Who you picking? You gonna do it? You gonna have the balls to pick New England?
I'm picking the Vikings.
You're smart, man. Don't go with New England. Don't do that.
Yeah, I don't think I know the Vikings came out and laid an egg last week. I don't think they could do that twice in a row.
No.
I just don't think the Patriots are consistent enough on offense. They beat the Jets, swept the Jets last week, but I mean, in time the Jets are benching Zach Wilson for his play.
Yeah.
I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to turn in the same performance that Wilson did last week. So
problem with Cousins, and we've had that before. Maybe he'll prove us wrong, but like you may have watched in other streams, my wife went to high school with family of Kirk Cousins. He's from the same hometown that me and Nicole come from in Holland, Michigan. He went to Holland Christian High School. My wife went to Holland Christian High School. So there's a little personal thing of kind of knowing the Cousins family. But with that being said, he is very streaky. He's had games where he's great, and he's had games where he's bit it. And so far this year, he's been doing really good. He's got 14 touchdowns. Bless him. He's doing good. But if he turns into that flop Cousins that can just randomly show up out of nowhere for no reason, then Mac Jones might be able to take advantage of that, and so will Belichick. So, I still think Minnesota's doing really good this year. I really like Justin Jefferson. I love Dalvin Cook. I mean, they've got a really good offense there. But, I would go with Minnesota on this one. I just don't want to watch this game because, I don't like New England. I know how you feel about that. And the fact that, I'm not used to the NFC Central / NFC North having the Vikings in first place. Feels dirty. It doesn't seem right, Usually the way it goes is the Packers are at the top, Vikings are usually in the middle, the Bears, and then the Lions are at the bottom. And most of that's coming around, but for some reason, Green Bay and Minnesota flippy-floppied this year, and I don't know what happened with that. It's the rule of order and the law of nature, and it ain't right.
What it is the Packers suck it in the front office. A couple of years ago, how do you draft Jordan Love when you need more weapons for Rodgers? Now you let the Devontae Adams go to the Raiders. Yeah, what are you going?
It's office. It's people on the field are trying, but you only got such level of talent, and if the front office thinks they're Bill Belichick and can get polish a diamond from a turd, they're not so skilled as Belichick is. Sorry.
Yeah. So then we got these games. We've got Tampa Bay at Cleveland. I'm not sure what to think about this. Actually, I was somewhat impressed with Brisket. Brisket.
Jacoby
Brissett performed. Yeah, I mean, he didn't just lay in against the Bills. He threw some good balls. Huh? Jacoby Brisket.
Now I'm thinking of I'm hungry. It's like I can smell the turkey cooking in the oven, and then you're talking about briskets and But Cleveland is part of the blue collar Bermuda Triangle. The blue collar Bermuda Triangle. You got Detroit, you got Cleveland, you got Buffalo. Those three cities are amazingly, when it comes to not just geography, but culture and people and snow, very similar together. So even though Cleveland and Buffalo are in the AFC, I always have a little tie in here for both those teams just because they're both dirty, big city, blue collar people that are just a little crazy in the head in all three places. So I always will throw my hat in the ring to Cleveland because Tom Brady is still, I don't care if he's in Tampa Bay or not, he's still Tom Brady. I really want the Browns to win this, and I really want to stand by him. And I just love anybody's name whose last name is Chubb. So go Chubb, go Cleveland. But you picking what I want to happen and what you think you should happen if you want to play your fantasy football are two separate things.
Well,
so what are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't know what to think here because Tampa Bay has not been the Tampa Bay that we've known. Cleveland, hot and cold. This is in Cleveland.
If you just go off stats and numbers and records, you'd go with New England, but there's more to it than that, obviously.
Yeah. But I think this, while it's certainly going to be, I think, a close game, I think Brady will make a few more throws, keep them
even in the cold. I mean, it's Brady. Never mind. Sorry. But what about the rest of the Tampa Bay team? Are they cold weather people? No.
Well,
I'm trying to talk you out of going for Brady, man. I'm trying to, but it's...
Well, I definitely be rooting for Cleveland in this ball game.
Okay,
but if I'm being objective, Brady's gonna. I just see Brady making more throws than Brissett. If the Browns are going to win this game, they got to the ground. They've got to They got to chew up as much clock as they can, keep the ball out of Brady's hands.
What's the weather? Do we have a weather forecast for
can do that.
Cleveland? Because if it's going to be snowy and cold and crap and windy, then you got to rely on the ground game. And Browns can have the edge there by quite a bit because I mean, Fournette is not Chubb by any means. So,
well, it wouldn't be
that would be a big deciding factor, wouldn't it be? I mean, realistically.
Take a look.
Let's look at the local weather from KFSS 7 here in Cleveland, Ohio. It'll be fine. Not freezing.
53 degrees. Looks like it'll be rainy.
Yeah, but not.
So
it says Thursday there. There's no rain Thursday. Or a Sunday. Sorry. I'm thinking today. But yeah, Sunday. Okay, but rainy.
I don't think
I would not enough to push me in the Cleveland direction. You're right. New England would probably be the better pick.
Yeah.
13 miles an hour. Nah. No.
All
right. Next game.
I'm not going to put. You know what? In fact,
your confidence.
I'm not very confident in that.
Not putting a lot on that one.
Yeah. Cincinnati Bengals at Tennessee Titans. Thoughts?
Okay. Should be a good game. I'll let you say what you're going to say on this, and I'll say what I'll say.
Huh?
I'll let you take the lead on this one, and then I'll follow up with mine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
A little surprised Tennessee is in the underdog column. In fact, if you look over here, more people are picking Tennessee. They look good. I think the problem with Tennessee and the reason why their games are so hard to pick and it's so hard to get a gauge on them is that
Ryan Tannehill is unpredictable. That's the way he was with the Dolphins too.
Yeah, they're good in a lot of places, but great in any. And Tannehill is good, but not spectacular. I haven't looked at the rushing numbers.
Derrick Henry's over 1,000 yards already, man. I love Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, Captain Stiff Arm, over 1,000 yards rushing already this year. So that's one thing they do
over
a little bit better than average is rushing.
Yeah. I haven't really been hearing Derrick's name. I've not been hearing many people talk about the Titans.
Here's the thing with Derrick also. He's got 10 touchdowns rushing this year already. I mean, if anything, you got that many yards and that many touchdowns, people should be talking about you. But it seems like for some reason for him, over the past few years, the only time you see him in highlights is when he's running down the sideline stiff-arming people, because a lot of his yards have been goal line 1-yard dashes, nothing spectacular, flashy looks-wise, but he's just been very productive and reliable. And again, like you said, they're doing a lot of things really good, just nothing that you're like, wow, look at Tennessee. But then again, neither is Cincinnati really either. But meh.
Right.
If you got to go,
I'm going to go.
Go ahead.
With Tennessee.
Okay. I'm not sold on Burrow. When Burrow was young and he came in, I'm like, he's going to be a great talent. And I have I see flashes of brilliance. But as the years have gone on, I haven't seen him escape and pull away the way I anticipated he would. And yeah. And then
I think Cincinnati is dangerous with that passing. But their running attack's not been real consistent. Mixon I don't think he even played last week. But they're dangerous, and I don't want to, I think this is going to be a really tight game. This could be a real fight.
Could be. I think your confidence being a 3 isn't too bad. That's about right. for what you have to do. Yeah, are you doing 1, 2, 3? Is that in? I just noticed that your confidence ratings have been right in a row. Oh no, you had a space there. Okay, for the New England, Minnesota. Okay.
Yeah. I feel pretty good where we're going right now. All right, so now we've got the Houston Texans at Miami Dolphins.
That's your game, boy. That's your game. What you got?
Well, yeah, and you know what? I was gonna say, let's do this.
I'm gonna say, they're right now. They are the worst in the league, right? I don't think there's a team with the worst record, if I remember correctly. So,
if there is,
I love the fact that they have a tie. They should be 1-9. They really should be.
Well, and you know, this is the NFL. I don't know that you can overlook the Texans, but man, they better bring their A game. Dolphins offense is going to be looking to they're going to be fired up. And
name the Houston Texans starting quarterback. Who is the Texans starting quarterback? Do you remember his name?
Like I care. I mean,
that's the point. Going against Tua.
This is the Texans. I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about them.
Davis Mills. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Davis Mills. All right. Can you name any player on the Texans? Go. Any player, any position. Name one.
Could name a former player.
No. The leading receiver.
Even
Damian Pierce is their leading receiver, and Brendan Cooks.
I think we traded Laramie Tunsil there, so I think Laramie Tunsil is still there.
You mean gas mask boy? Remember him? Remember from the draft, the old gas mask? I remember that. Jeremy Tunsil, he's the one when they were drafting him. He was
I know. Let's him.
Yeah, I think you're pretty good on that game. That one should be easy, but nothing ever is in the NFL. But
if that Dolphin offense comes out on fire like they've been, Houston, you may have a problem.
Who is the bottom of the league for rushing yards per game? Houston Texans. Points scored per game, total yards per game, rushing yards per game, total yards per game, all last or next to last place for Houston. So maybe you guys could put in your second strings in defense, let them rest a week for Thanksgiving, giving weekend maybe, and I bet you guys can still win with your second string defense. I bet.
Right. Things get harder for the Dolphins after this game. So we win this.
That's what I'm saying. You got to rest them out.
Get ready because we got after we beat the Texans, we've got to go out to the West Coast twice to play the Chargers and then the 49ers.
Then you got Buffalo.
And then coming down the stretch.
I gotta say you gotta have Buffalo again.
I know we gotta get to Buffalo.
I'm trying to think. And you've only played New England once, so you got another New England you got to do. So
right, we got a trip to Buffalo. Oh, matter of fact, it's 6 in a row we're on the road. At Chargers, at 49ers, at Bills. And then I think we get the Packers for Christmas.
Right.
And then we've got a home game against the Jets. And, I think that one's a road game. It's a road game against the home game against the Jets.
Yeah.
So it's not a great schedule. They didn't do us any favors coming down the stretch. But if you want to be a good team, you got to beat good teams. So we'll line them up and let's see if Dolphins can knock them down.
Sound like a Ric Flair quote there, sort of.
But
Paraphrase,
I
so
do.
did a woo for you.
Huh?
That sounded like a Ric Flair quote, so I did a woo for you. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, you know. So I remember Ric Flair said that, wasn't it?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Sorry
be
about
the man.
my
You got to
being
beat
bad.
the man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and so maybe Miami can hopefully continue with the Tua Shuts Up the Haters tour, and
nice.
And we get this thing into the playoffs. Think about it, though, the Dolphins. Man, if we make the playoffs, there are so many great playoff scenarios and storylines to be had. You could have Miami versus the Bills, which would division rival, and depending upon how the rematch goes, could depend on who gets the home field for the playoffs. So you've got
it's weird though, but
got that.
Yeah.
If we play the Chiefs, then you've got Tyreek Hill potentially going back to Kansas City. And what a great storyline that would be. If we play the Titans, Tua versus Tannehill. Are you kidding?
You don't think Tannehill wants a little bit of Tua like, hey, you're not that great. I was there. I don't know. Yeah. What I'm curious about, though, is there is no possible way where all four teams can be in the playoffs, right? Because you got to have the winner gets in, and then you got the two. Because, if you really look at the record, the four best at the end of this year, the four best records could very well be all in the AFC East. It's, I just wish that would be really cool playoffs. Yeah.
There's no, you could have all four AFC teams in there. And I don't think the Jets and the Patriots are making it. I think you're looking at the Bills and Dolphins fighting it out for the division championship, and then the loser between them will probably go in as a wild card. Then you've got
if we look at the records, I was just say the North, the South, and the West all seem to have runaway teams. The team that the Kansas City's got the West by 3 games. Tennessee's 3 games ahead of Indianapolis. Baltimore is ahead of Cincinnati a little bit. But it's such parity in the East, that the second place teams in all those divisions have the same or worse records than Buffalo, New England, and New York.
It is possible. All right, so let's say the Ravens win the Central, Chiefs win the West, and then the Titans win the South. All right, so there you got four division winners plus the wild card, which that's probably going to be Dolphins. And then, you got 2 more wild cards.
Yeah.
And that'd probably be either Cincinnati or San Diego fighting out for that wild card.
So we don't know that because
there's
6 more games left.
Have 2
There's
wild
still
cards.
A lot of season left, though. A lot of season left.
Right.
A lot of things can happen.
But I'm thinking the Chargers look like they could fight for one. The Bengals, because we know the Steelers and the Browns aren't going to make it.
Nope.
We know the Raiders.
We know Jacksonville and Houston ain't going to make it. We know Raiders and Broncos ain't going to make it. They're out of the picture already. All those teams.
Yeah, they're just not going to do it. So it's possible you could get the Jets if the Jets or the Patriots one caught fire, you could have 3 teams from the AFC East in. You could get a second wild card out of the AFC East. But the And a couple of weeks ago, I would have told you that maybe the Jets could have been a second wild card out of our division. But right now, you're benching your starting quarterback.
Well, of the East teams, they're probably the least likely of them, just because of that and the fact that they're the Jets.
But the Patriots just don't look that. I don't know that they can put that many wins together.
No matter what we say or what we think of the teams, it's a one game right now. After this weekend, it could be flip flopped. You realize that this weekend it could all flip. 2 teams have 7 wins, 2 teams have 6 wins. It could be the Jets in New England at the top and the Miami and Buffalo at the bottom. We don't know. It's that close of a league.
I get all that. I think for me, it's just a matter of who I look at and how I feel like they're playing. And
the field test is Dolphins in Miami and the Bills. They both feel like good teams when you watch them. They do have this, I get that.
Yeah. So they feel like they could go. The Chargers mystify me. I think they should be a little bit. They could man for it, but the Bengals at 6-4, they're disappointing because they're the defending AFC East or AFC champs, and they're not playing like themselves.
Don't talk to me about disappointing teams with the champions not being good this year. You're touching a sore spot, Dale. Because the Rams.
Yeah.
What happened? Anyway, we'll get to that game.
I don't know. They're a mystery to me, but I just don't see. I mean, in the Colts show signs of life every now and then. But when I was and thinking about wild card spots, a week or so ago, I would have said Bengals definitely a runner, Jets definitely, but the Patriots, even with that win over the Jets, sweeping the Jets, caught the Jets. So now they've got the edge head to head, but I don't have a good feel for these two teams. I still like the Bengals better than I do the Patriots and the Jets long term.
Well, Cat Team Brotherhood and me always gives an edge to
how many wild cards did we? I thought it was 3 wild cards. Is it 3 wild cards we get? Or no, it's just 2 because we have
2.
Wild card weekend is the 2 bottom division winners versus the cards, right?
That's why
now that they've split.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure. So I really think that second wild card is going to be the Bengals. But you're right. We have a lot of games to play. I mean, and somebody catches fire like Dolphins did late. You can make a run. The Dolphins came up a little short last year, but they could make a run. But it'll be interesting. That's for sure.
So we're going to go with Jets
and
Chicago
let's talk
then?
About the Jets.
I'm going to say, so does that mean you want to go for the Jets over Chicago? I mean, that seems the logical choice, but
no, actually, I don't. Because
he's not starting quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
And Justin Fields is starting to play. And Fields and Chicago gave Miami a run because they've got a good running game, but then you add in Fields' ability with his feet. A lot of what we were doing, running past Fields and him taking off. I think the Bears are primed to Jets. Who is going to be who is going in for Zach Wilson? Do we know?
Well, I'm going to take a look at their depth chart real quick here, and let's take a look. If Zachy Poo is not going to be in there, then we've got on the roster, booty baba boop. Oh, it's Flacco.
Oh, wow.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, so what do you think?
We should have known that because he was the starting quarterback before Zach got in, remember? So he's still on the roster. Flacco.
Right.
You know?
Right. So,
Super Bowl champion, Joe Flacco, mind you. No.
Yeah.
That's not.
Well, but the thing with Flacco is he can have a hot game. Yeah, I'll give him that. But do we really think over the course of 6 weeks?
How old is he? Like 50? How old is he? I don't know. Flacco can't be young because I'm thinking back of, I'm like, God, he's been in the league 20 years, isn't he? It just feels that way.
It feels that way. Feels like he was with the Ravens that long.
Right.
Yeah, so I like Chicago here. And what's all the other fans saying here? I don't know. Everybody else seems to still like the Jets at 75%.
No, but you're right. I think you're right with Chicago on there. Bears are fun to watch. They have an advantage here. It's in Chicago, right? So, no, it's at New York. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I mean.
Oh, yeah, New York, yeah.
Flacco. Let's be honest. Of all the backup quarterbacks that can come in, he is one of the more serviceable ones. So, NFC North says go with the Bears.
Then we've got Atlanta at Washington, the Falcons at the Commanders, and everybody's thinking Commanders. Who's quarterback? Heineke.
Yeah, Heineken.
Heineke, Mariota.
That's how they say it over here.
Mariota.
In New England, Mariota. I don't care about this. This is one of those ones where it's mad. I don't feel strongly about either team at all. I like Heineke because it sounds like Heineken. He's been playing better than I expected him to. I have an issue with that Commander's name, but that's a whole nother separate rant I won't go on to. But that's a toss-up. I wouldn't put any confidence points on it, that's for sure.
No, I do think I'm going to go with Washington. But yeah, this might put the 4. Oh boy, another game. Kind of the humdrum games together. We got Denver Broncos and Carolina Panthers.
It's more like a who cares game. Either one wins, doesn't matter. Does it in the big picture? I mean, does it matter?
And it's 60-40 in the fan polling.
I like Baker Mayfield. He used to play for Cleveland. Let's go with Baker. That's what I say. Carolina. But then again, Russell Wilson. But, sure, Russell Wilson's a better quarterback this season. But, he's Russell Wilson. Take him out of Seattle. He's still Russell Wilson.
Is Baker Mayfield starting?
Don't know. Is he? He's not on their injury report.
I thought he got benched. Let's see.
Shows he's starting. At least where I'm seeing. Let me take a look here. Got to click into it.
Looks like, or is Sam Darnold? Panthers starting Sam Darnold.
Yep, you're right. It is Darnold.
Quarterback gets another chance in Carolina for Week 12 versus Broncos.
I wonder what Sam Darnold feels about Zach being benched in New York. Like, I know what that's like. I've been there. Yeah, have fun. I don't know. That's just Darnold. Yeah. Well, I think there's three people I can say in the NFL that are quarterbacks that no matter how bad the team's playing can somehow pull wins out of their backside. And the Broncos quarterback's one of those three. So that being said, I would put it on Denver, man. Really, I can't see Carolina with Darnold winning that.
I think Denver. This is how I feel about that game. We're going to go here and go. We got to make an adjustment. I don't usually like to do this, but guess what?
There you go.
I just nothing for this game. Baltimore please. Baltimore Ravens at Jacksonville Jaguars. Come on.
Yeah, remember I said you can have really good numbers at quarter. Remember I talked about that earlier? You can have good numbers at a quarterback and still have a losing record. Trevor Lawrence is an example of that exact thing I was talking about. You know, he's got tons of yards passing, but he ain't got the wins to show for it. So I think that's kind of a no-brainer with pick on this one.
Yeah. So yeah. In fact, I think this is a good place for that.
Yeah.
We got the Chargers at the Arizona Cardinals.
Yes, and he's back starting this week. I saw that. That pissed me off. It's like, hey, maybe Maddie's got a chance. No, he ain't got a chance because Kyler's back. So they were thinking Kyler was going to be out, but then they said he's back. So I don't know. Wait, wrong game. I'm thinking wrong LA. Sorry, I was looking at wrong LA. I'm dumb. Let me pull this one up. Sorry, Herbert.
I think I'm with the Chargers here,
but Kyler is back. So let's see here.
Because for some reason I don't know what's wrong with the. I don't know what's wrong with the. I would have thought they'd been better than 4-7.
Yeah. I think Arizona's a better team than 4-7. I mean, they are. Heck, I think Chargers are a better team than 5-5 also. So they're both not playing up to expectations.
Yeah. Then we've got Las Vegas Raiders at Seattle Seahawks. Boom.
Do you have any confidence in the Raiders at all for any reason? Do you? I mean,
no.
You would think, like, if I went back in time 2 or 3 years and I said, hey, there's a game here. We got Derek Carr versus Geno Smith. You'd be like, of course, Derek Carr is going to do. But now we're in 2022, and I'm like, they're a lot more even than I would expected them to be at this point in the season. So they're pretty even up.
One of our favorite people has popped in to say hello.
Hi, Beth. Have a happy Turkey Day with you and the family. Turkey, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Needless Turkey Murder Day.
Kill them birds. They got the ugly googly. They deserve to die. Fat turkeys. You weren't so fat and ugly, we wouldn't eat you. I think that's why we eat cows and not horses. It's not the horses taste worse. It's just the cows are uglier. You know? There's a lot of birds we could eat, but we do the turkey. And turkeys that used to be 25-pound birds, they used to be small. We genetically raised them to get bigger and bigger and bigger because they're ugly. And they're eatable. So, yay, murder turkeys. But anyway, I'm going to assume you're going with the Seahawks on that one. And before you even click the little dot there. But what are you gonna do for confidence though? 10?
Dot already.
All right.
Huh?
I say, what are you doing anything for the confidence, or you skip it?
I have 14.
Oh, all right.
I think we go 14 on the Seahawks.
That's confidence, son.
Go bigger, go home.
That's right.
Kansas City or Los Angeles Rams at Kansas City Chiefs.
I knew the Rams were playing a team that was red, and in my brain I thought it was the Cardinals, and I saw LA was playing a team that was in red and got it all messed up in my head. But so yeah, Rams and Chiefs. Go ahead. Just I know they're Super Bowl champions and Matt Stafford, but you know darn well Chiefs are going to win this one. We all know this.
At Kansas City.
And yeah, in Kansas City.
And in fact.
Oh, that hurts. Come on, man. You can just let them win. You don't have to punch it in with the 13 confidence points. Come on, Dale. You're killing me, man.
I hate it. That hurt me too. I would have thought that this would be a potential Super Bowl matchup at the beginning of the year.
So did I. I think they used the Boulder Magic last season.
You think I just kicked you?
Of course, no Miss Missouri's going for KC. Of course.
New Orleans and San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I like this here. Did you agree with that pick?
I agree, but there is that thing. Every now and then, the Red Rocket does have a good game. And if Dalton's starting and he actually has a decent game, it might not be such an easy pick. But if it's everyday Dalton, or even Kamara, if Kamara has one of those games, if Dalton's on his game and Kamara's on his game, Garoppolo's going to have his handful. But even though I love Kamara, McCaffrey is a freak of nature, but he has not been what he's normally been. When you saw Christian McCaffrey in his prime in the Panthers, and then you see how he's been playing this season, it's not the same guy. So I don't know. But yeah, I go with the Niners. I'm fine with that. I think that's an okay pick.
No. Beth says she's a fair fan. So does that mean diehard Chiefs, or does that mean she just likes it 70 degrees and breezy?
I think that if the Rams were still in, the Midwest in St. Louis, she might be going for them, but they ran away, so she's just stuck with the Chiefs. So that's what I think it is.
Yeah. So, but I could see liking a good 70-degree day. I could be a fair weather fan myself. Yeah.
The past few seasons has been very good for Kansas City. They've had a great team and good quarterbacks. But yeah, Niners is fine.
All right. Now, where's Winebender? We need Winebender because it's time for Green Bay at Philadelphia.
The 9-1 Philadelphia Eagles versus the 4-7, just as crappy as the Lions, Green Bay Packers. Come on, man. Put your confidence in Aaron Rodgers. He can do it. He can. Come on, man. It's Green Bay can do it. They've got they can do it. Homeboy has 2,500 yards passing. No. Rodgers has 19 touchdowns, and he still can't pull a win out of his backside because he ain't got talent to support him. You can't win it all by yourself.
I'm just going to be honest. I'm not a big sports nut. I will root for KC because, yes, in Missouri, that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good enough. That's good enough. And Beth, while you're here, hopefully you're still watching. I'll put my email somewhere. Touch with me. Top 10 Christmas movies of all time live stream coming up. We would love to have you on the panel. Right,
You
Steve?
don't have to be face on it. It's still voice thing, but do the panel. Do the top 10 Christmas movies. That's right up your alley.
Right.
Do a live stream,
We
girl.
we can do an icon. We can do an icon for you. So it would be, what did we agree on, Steve? Was it December 10th? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
December
I think
10th.
we did because I had that weekend I was busy, and then we picked another day. So yeah, I think it might have been 10th.
Weeks from this Saturday.
Anywho, shoot her an email.
Well, say, hey, the Cassette Mayhem Dan, the Eagles no brainer. Yeah. And then he has a broken thumb, finally comes out, but not his fault. Receivers can't catch a ball. Are we talking Aaron?
Yeah, I mean,
who are we talking about?
Poor
broken
Rodgers.
thumb. Rodgers? Yeah.
I think so.
How can they get rid of, I still can't. I can't my mind. How do you get rid of Devontae Davis and not give him anything? It's crazy. We would love to have you, Beth.
They're dumb.
It did a live stream last night. It seemed to me like I caught part of. I may have caught that, but I had the water vac guys here, so I had to leave it.
She did a live stream.
Y'all were live streaming something about trains and automobiles. And I couldn't stick around because of the water vac guy being here, but a little bit of that. Oh yeah, Rodgers, yeah. But yeah, that's the plan. So everybody, boy, we just all over the place in this live stream. December 10th, probably 5. I haven't set that in concrete yet, but if anybody has an issue, we need to move it up or down, just let me know. But
yeah, if it gets Beth in there, I will be flexible as I can be too.
Yeah, so I think I've got to finalize that with Mandy, but that was one of the days that we were looking at. So it'll be the 10th, but somewhere in around 5 o'clock.
I got a question for you, Dale.
We got one more game, right?
Yeah, Dale, got a question for you. Can you name the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Go.
Would it be that kid Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, Kenny Pickett. Yeah, again, I think I'd go for the Colts on this one just because I think all facets of the game they got better rushing, better receiving, better quarterback. Oh, look at her coming after you. That's a Dale attack right there. She's attacking you, man.
Our Super Bowl winning kicker, right?
Yeah. Ace Ventura, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So with the Colts and Steelers, Steelers are good. They're going to struggle with Pickett. The Colts, man, I just they seem lost. They've been getting lucky with Saturday. Of course, that's a big controversy. How Saturday got the job with no experience whatsoever, which I think is a great slice to all the other coaches out there. You know what? This may be more of a wish pick. I think they're pretty evenly matched. I'm going with the Steelers.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Continue on by yourself. Carry the show on your own. I'll be right back.
So while he is stepping, let me work a little on these confidence points real quick. I'm not real confident in either side here, so we'll go ahead and drop the 6 on the Steelers. As I look over the rest of the games, which ones do I feel a little more strongly about? I kind of like Minnesota over Buffalo or Minnesota over the Patriots probably the most here. I hate to do this to the Lions, but I'm going to have to give 10 to the Bills.
Yeah.
I think sense.
I'm back.
So what I just did, I dropped the 11 on the Vikings and the 10 on the Bills. Sorry to do that to your Lions.
That's all right.
Kind of.
By the way, I promised next live stream, Dale, I'm going to use the actual camera on my desktop computer wired in versus my laptop wireless, and I should have a better connection with that. I just don't think this is working out that well, and I apologize for having a bad connection.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do kind of expect Hexmer to come up behind you at any time. I better not give the wife any ideas, right?
Nope, don't give her ideas. She's not that far away. She just hasn't been here yet.
We dropped the 9 on the 49ers and the 8 on the... Did I get them all right? We good? Why is that red? Why is that red?
What are you missing?
All right. So predict the scores for these games. I don't think this will be that high scoring. I think maybe we're looking at
I'm thinking something like 21-14.
24.
Oh, close, yeah.
And then this could be a high scoring game.
54-6.
So on
and the 6 is 2 field goals. Sorry. You give them way too many points.
Score the most points. You know what? We're going to go. I know exactly doing this one. Miami, Aretha, I did not invite you on the desk. Thank you, darling. And then fewest points.
Texans.
Where are they?
Yeah.
There they are.
You okay with that? I say that was my guess, but you have your own opinions. But...
And then we'll take a brief look here at the lineup.
Dale World
if
Order.
I need to make any changes. Four and 7. We're not really lighting it up, but I kind of like. Well, let's see here. So
who we up against?
We got to change this out because Tua needs to go back in.
Yes, sir. Over. Yes, sir. Put him in.
Thielen and Williams.
How'd you end up with Tua?
Who else?
Because it's your league, you get to cheat and take Tua first pick. What?
This is no. Actually, I got him late. Nobody had picked him up. I picked up Rodgers. What did I do? Let's see. Who have I got at quarterback? I got Josh Allen. I picked up Josh Allen first.
Right.
And then I picked up Rodgers because Rodgers didn't go anywhere. And then Tua was still available late. I picked him like almost. He might have been my last pick.
Oh, good for you.
But lighten it up. So he goes in. Thielen's got to come out to make room for Waddle. So Waddle and Mike Williams at wide receiver. Miles Sanders, Austin Eckler at running.
Put Ertz in over Hawkinson, man.
Hawkinson, huh?
I would put Zach Ertz in for him at tight end. But that's
you think Zach Ertz might pick up more yardage than Hawkinson?
I think neither of them are going to be an impact and have much points for either way. I don't think no matter who you put in, you're not going to get more than 10 points probably. But I think he's got in the games that they have versus who they're playing.
But right now, Right now, he's out. Injury.
That's why he's not playing. Oh, yeah, there's an O. Okay, well, then you're good. Never mind. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
I got to put someone in. I got to trade Edwards-Helaire out and put someone in the flex. I'm thinking probably Najee Harris.
Yeah, same thing I would have done. Yeah, I'd say Najee.
So,
I think you're set.
Do I leave? Huh?
I said, I think you're set.
I was looking at Dan here.
Oh.
Yeah. Looking down here. Do I leave Golden? How's he doing?
Yeah.
Jason Sanders has had his struggles. So I guess we're good in that one. Yeah. I think that works.
Get yourself to 5 and 7.
That's been fun.
It's like the old days,
I've
man.
got, let me see something here. Huh?
It felt like the old days today, man. Like we went back in a time capsule.
I'm telling you. Now I've got my league. Team. And made a big trade this week. All right, so I got 2 at quarterback here. Nick Chubb.
Good.
Won't let me just go to and DeAndre Swift, but I'm going to take Swift out because hopefully my trade went through.
Who'd you pick up?
How can I get to my team? Here. All right. Take Swift out because he's actually not been playing as well as Williams.
Jamal has been having more time. Yeah, he's been getting more carries. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, well, I can't get him switched in.
Dang it. Why not?
Am I not?
Yeah, Williams is more of the workhorse, and
you are open the roster limit.
Swift's more of that third down, kind of.
Drop out here, Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah.
Huh?
What about Aguilar? You gonna put him in?
I'm gonna drop him. It says I need to drop somebody. But how do you? One thing about this site, we went to this site. I don't really know. Let's go to the players. So I need to drop.
Weird interface from what I see. That's kind of a weird interface. I don't know if I'd be able to navigate that well.
It is. I don't want to go pick somebody up. I need to cut somebody. How do you cut somebody?
Are they saying from the start or from the full team?
Cut them. From the team. And I know I'll go ahead and get rid of Aguilar.
But I don't see any buttons or deletes or can you right click on it? I don't know what. Weird.
It is weird.
No. Yeah,
I might have to look. Whoever had a switch. Okay. Let's see. Your roster has too many players and is locked from making lineup changes. You must drop one player. Tell me how to do it.
Maybe you go on that player and click on him, and then it'll come up with a separate window, and then you can choose to delete them. Maybe I don't know. Because maybe it's on the players tab where you actually go to that player, go to Aguilar, and then there might be something there. When you were on the team tab, were you able to double click maybe on Nelson Aguilar's name? It would open up another window. That's all. I'm just trying to spitball here because I have no clue how this works.
Me. And it's driving me nuts. See, I had a hard time to go navigating this. I had a hard time navigating this the other day, and I just
League chat. How do you drop a player? They make it impossible to see. Not intuitive. But yeah, double click on the player's name. Does that do anything?
Wait a minute. You can't do something on the app that you can't actually do on the website, which I think is really dumb.
Really?
Yeah, because I was trying to look at the leadings and the other day, and it would not. Okay, team. Well, it's got an add player button, but I want to add a player. I want to get rid of a player. And I doubt you can add nobody.
Negative ad, please. Unadd. De-add.
So I think it might have been NFL fan that got us over here. And if so, he needs a swirly. Because this is. Well, the big play I made was that I traded my number 1 draft pick for Williams, Jamal Williams, because I felt like, I'm good enough in this league to where, all right, so I'm 6-5 in this league. I'm in the running for the playoffs, and I'll probably make it.
But you're definitely right. Switching out of the two lines. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done. I thought you were done. I apologize. Go ahead.
So I felt like if I traded out, well, I might as well trade out of my first round pick because I'm probably not going to draft high enough to get one of the few impact rookies that we'll get. But Jamal Williams might make the difference in me making a legitimate run at a championship this year.
You're switching out the two Lions running backs. One that's almost got 700 yards and one that's only got 200. And it's kind of a no-brainer. 600 yards versus 200 yards. Oh, yeah. There's the app.
So I'm in 4th place.
Okay.
You can't, and this is one of those things. You can't pull up the standings on the website. You have to go to the app.
But no drop-in players yet found?
Oh, wait a minute. Add drop button. Looks like there's add drop buttons. No.
Well, come on, app. Come on. That's silly. Can't do it at the website. Can only do it on the app.
Yeah, that. Oh, there's a. Ha 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 ha. Look what I found.
Okay.
Look. Hey, look. Focus.
Yeah, I see him. There. Get him going. Get him going.
Drop button.
Drop. Hey, your screen over here changed.
Why can't I do that on the web?
Because they won't like. Because they don't like you.
All right, so let's go back to team. Did it refresh?
Now switch out Chubb for Williams, or Swift for Williams.
Yeah, Swift for Williams. Oh, it worked. So Tua, we got Chubb and Williams at running back, Waddle and Diggs at wide receiver,
Evans,
Johnson and Mike Evans in the
flex, right, for Evans.
Gay kicker and Packer defense.
What can you do? You can't win them all.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. I think you'll do good. That's all right. That's a pretty decent lineup.
Yeah. Gotta love having Waddle and Diggs at wide receiver.
That's and then you got Tua at quarterback, and Chubb isn't a slouch. I mean, really the non-star of the whole thing is Williams, you just put in, and he's definitely better than the other running back you had in there for carries and yards. So yeah. Never know. Chubb might get over 100 yards today. You never know.
And if either one of these get hurt, I've got Hunt and Swift.
You got some depth that
on
need
the bench.
Be. Yeah.
So I can go right to their backups. I need to keep an eye on this kid. It's going to be it's a keeper league.
Yeah.
So I can probably put Byron Scott or Boston Scott at some point. He isn't doing much of nothing. But the keeper league is tough because it's, you you just dodge the waiver wires too much because people aren't. Like me, I probably am less likely to give up on a player quickly.
I just think it's funny that 100% of the players own Waddle, but only 99 have Tua. What? I'm just looking at that like, who is the guy? What's the league where the players are like, nah, we don't want Tua. Like, I don't get it. It's weird.
Well, that's changing quickly though. Headed there, I imagine in a couple of weeks will be 100%.
I think so.
I would. You can't keep ignoring. If he keeps throwing 3 touchdown games, I think he's done that in his last 3 games.
Ignore that.
If still out there in other leagues, those must be leagues full of idiots. How are you going to leave any quarterback that's throwing 3 touchdowns a game just sitting out there?
I just think it's fine. Look at the starting column. More people are starting Jamal Williams than Tua. Think about this. More people, that's weird. I don't get it. Diggs, I get.
That's interesting.
Like you said, there's Tua haters out there. There are Tua haters.
One thing I wanted to look at real quick. I thought this was very interesting about Tua because Tua, one of the things that has dogged Tua even now is that he is not. He's perceived as a noodle arm. Just weak arm. And I thought I watched this video. Let me all right, so
first off, who cares how strong their arm is? Who cares how strong their arm is? I mean, honestly, Brady isn't known for his strong arm.
Right. Arm strength is overrated. I'd rather have an accurate quarterback than a rifle. I mean, we all know that. But I thought this was interesting. And I wonder if part of what's played into this myth is the fact that he's a lefty. because I know watching them, maybe sometimes even in my own head, I think, because, thinking about throwing with my left hand, yeah. So is it psychological that we think we see a left-handed quarterback, we think it's not going to be as strong because it's left-handed? So this guy flipped the video.
I can see that.
And now we get an idea of what Tua would look like as a right-handed quarterback.
Okay, I got to see this. Come on, hit play. Come on. You see it? Come on.
Where did it go? Where did you?
Uh-oh, internet badness. Because you're froze. Everything's froze. If you can see and hear me, I can't see, hearing nothing. Oh, now it goes.
Can you actually hear the video?
No. But now I'm starting to see it. It froze up for like 20 seconds and then.
Okay.
I remember this play too. It's kind of weird watching it reversed. Come on.
So, yeah, I mean, watching him throw as a right-hander. Oh, is it not showing up on your side?
It's just so stuttery that it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
I can't see him. I'm typing in Tua.
Yeah. All right. So
righty elite.
That's definitely a video worth checking out.
I got it here. Oh my God. That is so weird to see. Wow.
See him as a righty?
First down and 10.
Yeah.
Tua was looking deep. Steps up. Now he's going to fire it down the field for Tyreek Hill.
I get it. I can see it. Although he still has that weird motion in his shoulder that he has left or right that's a little different than everybody else's. But no, that is kind of interesting when you flip it. It could be psychological. You're right.
Yeah, because when I watched that, I thought, if I had seen him as a right-handed quarterback, would I still have the same impression of his arm strength?
Yeah, it didn't seem that weak when you do it that way. Yeah, it's weird. Weird.
It was kind of an interesting watch.
I'm going to watch the whole thing, but I did see the first two plays, and you can see it from there that it's wow. We're lefty bigots by nature. We are. Maybe we are.
I just wonder, like if maybe it is something psychological that because we expect, and we haven't seen a left-handed quarterback in a while. Really, if you think about it.
What are some of the great lefties of all time? Was Boomer? Boomer was a lefty, wasn't he?
I think of as Stabler. Boomer, Esiason, Ken Stabler. But look how far we just went back right there, trying to think of them off the top of our head.
Yeah, that's like 30,
Steve Young.
Years or. Oh yeah, Young was? I didn't even realize.
Steve Young was a lefty.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't he?
I don't know for sure on that one.
I'm pretty sure Steve Young was a lefty. I was trying to think if he'll.
Yeah, Steve Young, Michael Vick. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim Tebow, but we won't talk about Tim. He shall not be talked about. Matt Leinart. Oh, I remember that experiment. That was fun. But yeah, that's it. Not tons
we want
of
significant quarterbacks.
Like Mark Brunell. No. Yeah. Not a lot of lefties out there. Not as many southpaw quarterbacks as there are, lefty pitchers. Because you look for lefty pitchers. But yeah. So You're going to be
So
heading
I
over
just
to.
thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Got turkey in the oven as we're speaking. And you're probably heading out to other places, like you said, to have your Thanksgiving.
Yeah. In fact, it was funny on Facebook. Mandy put out a group text saying, did everybody get what they were assigned? And there were assignments. She said, you didn't have one. So you see what
I'll
they
bring
trust
chips
me to
and
bring.
soda just in case, Yeah. Say, oh no, I didn't have my food homework. What was I supposed to bring? Hey, hello, Michaela. Micaiah?
Thank you for
popping
in. And
appreciate it. Alabama. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hope y'all are having a good Thanksgiving. You do that really well. You, Helen? Or does it come naturally? Brumpo.
Uh-oh. You're saying...
you're in trouble.
Oh, this is going to hit me again.
I thought she might have been looking to...
Oh, there it comes. I knew it was coming.
With the backhand.
Anyway, should we call it here? And it's an hour and a half. That's a nice little pocket window, and got through everything we needed to get through.
And that was fun. It was. Look at that.
Just like in the olden days, man.
All we were missing is wine bender.
I know. Can't talk crap about the Packers and wine bender if he's not even here. Yeah, we can.
Yeah. But we had
Dan. You
Dan.
can watch the replay and comment below it.
We had Dan and Beth get in to make a smart remark, and good times.
All right. You have a great one, Dale. We'll see you on the next one.
All righty. Peace.
Peace.